Hello everyone, my name is Brandon, and this video is going to be a little bit different because it's not about film in particular. It's not a film review. This is about fasting, and perhaps you don't know anything about it, or perhaps you do. Either way, that's okay. Actually, I just want to document my own personal experience because I've fasted several times, but doing a very strict water-only fast for an extended period of time, looking to heal my body as best I can. This is going to be my first time to do that, and I've decided that if I can document it and make a video of it, then it will be more, accountable. It will hold me accountable to what I'm doing, and I'll be able to share results with you. But today, since this is the first day, I haven't had to shave because I've been just hanging out here waiting for this film crew to get together to do stuff. So I've just been writing and spending time on the computer. So you can see I don't have to shave. So I think I'll shave very soon so that it'll be easier to do a comparison as I go along through the fast. But what I wanted to do is share with you some of the ailments that I have. I don't have anything that most people would consider serious, but there are a lot of things that just, no matter what I do, they just don't fix. And the main reason I'm doing this fast is to fix these things. The other reason that I'm doing this fast is to finish losing the bad fat and the weight. I just want to look really nice. And even though some people in my friendship circle or family or whatever, they think that I'm already at a good weight, or that I've even lost too much weight, and I think that's really ridiculous because I'm sorry, when I was much younger and active and doing sports, even then I had some fat on my body that I didn't need. I couldn't see my stomach muscles. There was still too much fat there. But at that time I was much leaner and in better shape than I am now, so I can't imagine my weight right now, even though it's much smaller than I used to be. I still can't imagine it being healthy. It's just not healthy. So anyway, I wanted to share with you. I'm not going to show you pictures of these things, but I can just, some of them I could actually show you because you can see, like for example, I constantly have these little issues with the skin, around my fingernails. It just peels up easily, and it's easy to tear and whatever, and so it's terrible. So that's one of the things on this list. And another thing is like a toe fungus, and I know it sounds really bad, but when you're eating too much sugar, it's if you know anything about yeast infections and fungus on the body, then one of the main things that I've been able to discover, that if you read online, you can also find this, that these things really feed off of sugar. And I'm not the kind of guy to go out and eat candy all the time and ice cream and all this stuff. I really like ice cream, but I don't really like candy. I like things, maybe like some chocolate, but I don't chew gum. I don't buy hard candy. I don't like those things. They hurt my teeth. I don't like them. So where do I get most of my sugar from? It's generally from food, but especially drinks. And I don't mean Coca-Cola. I think I at one point I used to drink Coca-Cola a lot when I was younger, but I would say over the past several years, I wouldn't have more than one Coca-Cola in a month. It's just not something I would drink very often. But especially being here in China, there are so many drinks like the coffee. If you buy a coffee pack and mix it, the instant coffee, it comes with sugar in it. There are a lot of milk tea shops, lots of sugar in that. There's Starbucks, sugar. So in all of these drinks, there's sugar, and you become addicted to it. It's a very bad drug, and so the yeast infection in the body, which is connected to the toe fungus, that feeds it. And no matter what I've been able to do, I haven't been able to fix it. It's just gotten worse. So I'm hoping that with this fast, I can begin to fix that also. Also inside my nose here and here. This has happened a couple times before, and it's bothering me right now. Since I'm in the Beijing area, the air is much drier, and I'm sure it's making it worse. But it's just so dry and cracked on the inside and raw, and that hurts right there. Just over here, it still hurts. It's not as bad. This side, especially in here, right in here, it's very sore and raw. I want to fix that. I've also been having some consistent pains inside here, and it's not a heart attack. It's none of that. Actually, I've had this kind of pain before, and I've gone to the doctor. They've done all sorts of tests and things, and they ruled out any issue with my heart or whatever, but they couldn't figure out what it was, and it's just continued. Sometimes it's not as bad, but there are other times when it's hurting so much it's causing me to not be able to sleep or get comfortable, and it feels like a lot of pressure and tightening in there, and it hurts. But also in the same area, maybe it's related, is that in my shoulder, I got an injury. I had an injury when I was playing basketball in high school, and I went to get the that hurt right there. That movement hurts. But I went to get the basketball in my hand like this, but my arm was straightened out, and my elbow came down on the back of another guy, and he grabbed the ball and he pulled the ball down, and when he pulled the ball down, it pulled my arm down. But of course, my elbow was on his shoulder, so it caused my shoulder to go up, and it hurt really bad just for a moment, but it went completely numb, and then I couldn't use my arm for I don't know, I couldn't move my arm at all for maybe about 7 or 8 seconds, and it was very scary. But I ran back down the floor during the game, and I was waving at the coach, trying to tell the coach something's wrong with my arm, but he was so focused on what was going on in the game, he didn't know that I'd gotten hurt. He's just like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He was a total fool because he didn't have eyes to see these things. That's just typical of how he was. But anyway, that injury has never healed properly, and I've never been able to regain the kind of mobility and strength in this shoulder that I have in this one. And if I go to the gym and exercise, even when I'm lifting weights, it's just impossible. There's like a threshold of when I'm lifting up like this, that hurts. There's a threshold of power that I just can't get past. It will never be as strong as this side unless I can fix it. And it really, really hurts as of late. Over the past month, it's really been hurting worse than it's ever hurt in my life. Because most of my life it was just weak and I couldn't do much with it. But over the past month, there's been a lot of pain. And I mean so much pain that just moving it a certain way, I mean, it really hurts. And even when I'm lying in bed, I just want to roll over or whatever. It hurts a lot. But anyway, another one is regular congestion. I constantly have congestion. I mean, I have a deviated septum, so it's pretty easy to see that my nose is not straight. And even if I straighten it up here, you can see how crooked it is here. My nose is just way out of whack. So improper breeding, maybe. But basically, my nasal passages are not very big and open and straight, and so whenever I'm breathing, it becomes difficult. This is why when I do sports, I'm constantly having to breathe through my mouth to get oxygen because I can't breathe fast enough through my nose. And if I have to put a mouthpiece in, like when I was doing kickboxing, I really hated that because I had the face guard mashing in on my face and the mouth guard in, and so I had to do most of my breathing through my nose. It was basically impossible, so I couldn't do kickboxing. I had to stop doing that. So it's been a problem, but it also causes me problems when I'm sleeping because the passageways are not very big to begin with. Then they're congested on top of that, and now I have this other stuff going on with its being inflamed, so it becomes harder and harder to breathe. Also, it leads me to feel sleepy and tired and fatigued almost all the time. I know that my sleeping quality is not that good, and you can see, especially on this eye, it gets very dark but both eyes have some darkness. But this one gets especially bad, and I don't want that to continue to get bad. I want that to improve. So that's why the water fast. The next one is going to be other joint pains, and besides my shoulder, which is really bad, also in my knees. And I notice when I do fast, that improves very quickly and stops hurting 100%. But when I'm not fasting, it slowly comes back and they become inflamed when I'm going upstairs or downstairs, especially when I'm going up and I have to put a lot of pressure on them to go up. They really hurt, and sometimes they can almost give out. I was getting out of a van recently, and of course I'm tall, so getting out of the van, I have to squat down and then try to step out, and it's a little awkward, so it puts a lot of pressure on my knees, and I almost fell down. My knees almost gave out because of the pain. It just hurts really bad, so I want to improve that. I've also had problems here in my neck. I had a disc, what the doctor said was a herniated disc in here, and about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, I had a lot of acupuncture and neck massage. I wish you could hear that. It's popping in there just by rubbing it. It's crazy. But I had neck massage, acupuncture, and traction, where they pull your head up like this. I did that for a while, and it gave some relief, but it didn't actually fix it completely. So I'm hoping to also fix that. But that is causing pain in my shoulders and on up into my neck, and even here. It's all connected. All of this is really causing a lot of pain, and it's interfering with my life. Let's see. Also, when I'm moving my head around or my shoulders around, there's a lot of popping and cracking and that sort of thing, and pain, and that shouldn't be there. Also, several years ago, I had surgery in my abdomen, and then a couple of years after that, I had a follow-up surgery to correct the closing of my body, and they had to put in an actual. I had 2 hernias because of the first surgery. It developed into 2 hernias, so I had to have a mesh put in, and so I've been cut a lot in my stomach muscles, and now my stomach muscles are not the best of shape. It's very difficult to do any type of hard exercise, especially things that are like sit-ups and crunches. I don't do those at all, and the reason is because, number one, I don't like the way it makes my stomach bulge up, and I definitely don't want to tear anything and have another surgery. That's a lot of pain, and I don't want to go through that again. But the other thing is that my muscles cramp, and that's another thing I'm hoping that I can fix, is that the muscles will heal and stop cramping when I use them. Sometimes I'm just sitting down, and suddenly I'll stand up quickly, and that movement will make my stomach muscles cramp. And I'm really tired of that. I want to fix that. Also, associated with my injury and my surgery, I'll have regular pains in my hip and in my abdomen area, and I would just like to do my best to heal those things, because sometimes it just really bothers me. And also, I noticed that all my life I've been able to see very far. I've never had to use glasses for anything, not reading, not anything. But the eye doctors have always told me that I can see a little too far, and so in their mind that means that looking up close for a long period of time will mean that my eyes have to be more tense and work harder to see close, and it has made it difficult for me to focus for very long. Like right here is my computer, or if I look at my phone for too long and I'm looking at text, especially if it's been a long day, or if I'm tired, or if I've been looking at the phone too long, it becomes difficult to focus. And so recently, just actually about a week ago, I got a pair of glasses for use on the computer. Well, got something on them. I need to clean that. But anyway, these remove blue light, and they were a little expensive, but they do a really good job at relaxing my eyes, making everything clear when I'm on the computer, and keeping the blue light from affecting me too much. But I really don't want to have to use these at all. I would much rather my eyes heal and become stronger, and fasting, I believe, can help me do that. And the last one that I have on my list here, I'm reading off my list, is the coated tongue thing. You know, if you, I don't want to just show you my tongue, but you know, it's not as bad as some people. If you look up coated tongue on the internet, you're gonna see. I don't recommend you look at the pictures unless you're just fascinated by those things. But you know, people's tongue can become like white and covered with stuff, and no matter what you do, you can scrape your tongue, you can brush your tongue for hours and make it bleed because you're scrubbing it so much. And it's like, oh my gosh, I still can't get this stuff off. What is it? Well, I can't explain to you all the reasons why. I'm not an expert in this, but I do know that there are various reasons why your tongue does this. And the reason I want my tongue to show these things is because it's getting rid of toxins. And obviously that's not the case right now because I've been eating and I haven't been fasting or detoxing. But I want my mouth, my tongue, and everything to be healthy pink color and to be completely free of any junk. And so, you know, and also the breath, that's another thing I wanted to connect, and it's kind of related to this, is that, you know, the yeast infection of the body, it causes your body to have things like not just the toe fungus, but athlete's foot. What do you think athlete's foot is? Because if you think, oh man, it's toe fungus, that's so gross. Well, it's the same thing as athlete's foot. It's just a little worse because it's started to manifest and spread in a visual way versus just the smell. Because if your socks and your shoes smell and you think that's normal, that's not. It's not supposed to, I mean, it might be common, but it's not normal. That means that you have a yeast infection. It's no different than your wife or your girlfriend, or if you're a girl, you know, having a yeast infection. It's the same connection. All of these things are the same connection. Your body odor, if you're I need to stop lifting my arm. The under your arm, the body odor, if you have to wear deodorant to make the smell not so bad, that's also connected to the same thing. And your breath, you know, the smell of your breath. So people think, oh, breath smells bad naturally, so I need to brush my teeth and gargle mouthwash and everything will be okay. No, that doesn't make it go away. There have been times where I spent a lot of time brushing and cleaning and mouthwash and all that, and then just a few minutes later, you know, check my breath and it smells bad, and that's sad. It makes you feel really sad. You know, what can I do? Just naturally have bad breath, but actually it's what's going on in your body. It's the junk that's in your body, the stuff you're addicted to, the things that you keep putting in, and it's poisoning your body, and it's manifesting itself in all these bad, terrible ways. Now, everything that I listed, I believe, is fixable, and the main way to do that is with a fast. So that's what I'm going to do. And this fast, I'm committed to strict water only. Water only. Right now, I'm having a coffee. It's actually not a Starbucks coffee. This is my plastic Starbucks cup. But I'm having one coffee. This morning I had a banana and a couple of eggs, some cereal, and some wheat toast. And right now you can't see it because it's holding up my phone camera. I've got one more banana. This is going to be my mid-afternoon snack. Later on I'm going to go into the gym and exercise after I feel that I've gotten all the food kind of out of my body. I'll go exercise, then I'll eat this banana. That's going to be my last food for a while. So right now I need to decide how long I'm going to do my water fast. Today's the 8th, and I'm supposed to go to America on the 19th. So what I'm hoping is to continue my water fast at least until that time, but if I'm doing well, I will continue that. Because what I would really like to do is do this for much longer, give my body a really, really good opportunity to fix everything. But I'm going to document it along the way, and hopefully it can benefit you somehow. I don't know how, but I hope so. Maybe I will put this, maybe I'll shoot all this video and put it all together and then document it into a small documentary or documented movie, whatever. We'll see. Anyway, that's really all for now. I just wanted to share with you, as of May 8th, 2019, this list of ailments that I have that I really want to fix, and the things that really have been bothering me the most. And later we'll see how they improve. I'll go over the list later and see, what water fasting has done to help remedy these ailments. That's all for now, and thank you for listening. I hope that this will help you in some way and improve your life. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.